Hello everybody, NPCKiller here, and welcome back to On the Air. First off, I would like to take the time to thank you for all the support you've had on the past interviews, and if there's anybody who'd like me to interview, please leave them in the comment section below, and if you have any questions you would like me to add them down there as well. This week, we have a new member. You want to go ahead and express your feelings of who you are?
Hi, how's everybody doing? My name is Krendar, not to be confused with WoW Krendor.
Hi, Krendar.
How you doing?
Not bad, how are you?
Not too bad. No, I just mentioned him because it's funny because our names are 2 letters different and they sound the same.
Oh, yeah?
But I've been using this name for a very long time already before I started doing YouTube, so it's just a funny coincidence that he ended up having a very similar name to me, but he's much more well known, so...
Let's go knock off his channel then. We'll take it out like a hitman.
Nah, he's good. He's good people. I've actually tried to get a sort of fake rivalry going with him and calling him my evil twin, but I don't think he's noticed. Me and my 176 subscribers have not caught his notice yet.
That's okay. Eventually, one day you will.
Hopefully. He and his buddies were actually one of my inspirations for getting started myself. So.
We're not to that question yet.
That's why I'm leaving it for later.
Alright, so what is your channel about?
Yeah, it's about having fun with all kinds of different games, basically. I focus mostly on full playthroughs of a game that I want to show off. Sometimes it's a game I've played before and I know is really good and I just want to show people the game. And sometimes it's a new game that I haven't played yet, but I think I'm going to enjoy, and so people get to come along and experience it for the first time with me. But either way, you could describe it as a Let's Play channel, but like I said, focusing on full playthroughs rather than just bouncing from thing to thing to thing, you know?
Yeah, it makes it a whole lot easier to record.
It's the format I like to watch, so I'd like to do the sort of stuff that I like to watch as well, you know?
So where do you see your channel in about a year?
As in where I think it would be realistically or where I want it to be? Because that's probably different things.
Probably. Usually it is. But go ahead and pick your choosing which one.
Well, ideally, I want to keep doing the same thing, but just get more recognition to it, get some more eyes on it, get some more collaborations going with other people, like Unlucky Desperado, who you interviewed before me. We ended up meeting through stuff like that as well. Eventually, I'd like just to get some collaborations going with the people who I watch, and like once I get big enough to the point where maybe they'll notice I exist, and then maybe we could
one of those I'm over here.
Get some stuff going together. Sorry?
Said I'm over here. Woo.
Yeah, hello. Exactly.
So what motivates you to create on your channel?
Well, I just really enjoy playing video games and just sort of want to have some people come along and watch me have fun with me, talk about the games together, you know. Like I don't really edit stuff much. I'm one of those guys that likes to just go there and do here's the full experience of what me playing a game is like. I'm not going to be jump cutting all over the place. I'm going to let you see my mistakes. I'm going to laugh at my mistakes with you, you know. Just have fun and show off games that I think are fun and or beautiful, and
I don't know.
Just all that kind of good stuff, you know?
I don't know if I could do that.
What's that?
Do no editing. I get mad. I get mad too much. Too many times.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm not a very creative kind of person, though. Like, I'm not really an artistic type, so even if I was going to decide to go in and maybe I should put some flourishes on this, I wouldn't even know what to do. I would just be sitting there with the editing software, staring at it with a blank in my head and going, now what do I do?
Well.
So I just like to leave it the way it is. I mean, it's just about me playing the game, and if I screw up a lot in the game, then whatever. That's fine. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm better at the game than I am, or whatever.
So, are there any games that you're really overly passionate about?
Well, I did really get into... Actually, a bit of a funny story for you for interview here. Have you ever watched or played any Dark Souls yourself?
I have them. I've never played them.
There was, for the longest time, I thought that I would hate Dark Souls because it has that reputation of being super hard, right?
Okay.
And it's like for hardcore people, it's Dark Souls. You're gonna die so many times.
Oh yeah.
And I don't play games for challenges. I play them for fun. So I was like, nope, that doesn't sound like my kind of thing. I'm not here to be like, get every achievement, speed run, be the best there ever was. That's not me.
Or die a million times.
Yeah. But then I heard some of the people I watch regularly were talking about it a lot. Like, I watch a lot of Total Biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about how he likes the game and why he likes the game. And how, yeah, it's difficult, but it's fair, and the combat's really good.
So you
That made me a bit curious. And then one of his colleagues, Dodger, I noticed that she was doing some Dark Souls 2 streaming. And I didn't catch it on the live stream, but I went and looked up the video on demand of it later. So I was like, okay. Total Biscuit's been talking about Dark Souls, and he and I tend to have a lot of similar tastes. I usually agree with a lot of his opinions on things. So I'm like, okay, I'll take his word for it. Then I saw that Dodger was doing some videos of it, so I was like, okay, I'll watch her play for a bit and see what I think, get an idea. And after about an hour of that, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? This actually looks kind of fun. And then a couple days later, guess what happens on Steam?
It goes on sale.
Dark Souls 1 Prepare to Die Edition on sale, $5.
Nice.
I'm like, damn, well, it did look kind of fun, and you know what? Even if I hate it, I only lost $5, so why not? Let's give it a go. And now here I am, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3, full playthroughs complete on my channel. I'm addicted to From Software now. I've also played Demon Souls and Bloodborne and finished them, but they're console only, and I don't have a capture card, so I couldn't record those.
Oh yeah, well, there you go.
But I've played and finished all their games now, and I want more. I absolutely love Dark Souls. All because I decided to watch somebody else play it, get an idea what it looked like, and give it my own try.
So what's stopping you from getting a capture card?
Not having a whole lot of disposable income right now.
Yeah, it seems to be a typical YouTuber problem.
Yeah, if it gets to the point where I'm starting to get some sort of actual income going on for my channel, then I will probably reinvest that back into the channel and get a capture card.
Oh yeah, I got the Elgato. I've never used it. It's even a good one. It's the PCIe one, and it just sticks in there, and it's like all 60 frames per second. I've never used it. I even got everything to convert my Nintendos and Wii's and Segas and all my old consoles over to it.
Yeah, I could go for one of those.
That wasn't too bad.
But if I got my hands on one of those, I would definitely do a Demon Souls and a Bloodborne series. Maybe, possibly even Infamous Second Son as well.
So,
those are
go ahead.
So I was just gonna say those are the first two games I got when I got my PlayStation 4.
Ah, that must be nice.
I got them pretty recently, so like the machine was a lot cheaper than it was. I don't think I've ever bought a console any earlier than a year or a year and a half after it was released.
I still don't have a PlayStation 4.
I don't understand people who buy new consoles like the day they come out because there's no games for them.
Like 3.
There's maybe one good launch game for it, and you're paying a ridiculous amount of money for having it on launch day.
Yeah.
Like you wait a year and it's going to be like half price, and there's going to be more games.
Yep. I bought the Vive on that instinct. That was my tax money for 2 years.
I think the last 3 or 4 consoles I bought were all at least a year and a half old by the time I got them.
Oh yeah. So who's your favorite YouTuber?
I don't know if I can narrow it down to just one, but I could give you a small handful of favorites.
Okay.
Recently, I've been really into Adam Coble, Cryotic, Game Grumps, and I also watch a lot of, like I said, Total Biscuit, Dodger, Jesse Cox, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. Those guys are actually the ones that were the main inspiration for getting started. Because I was like, wow, these guys look like they're having a lot of fun. I want to be that person. I want to do that.
Are you sure you're not reading my questions? Because that's the next question.
That was an inevitable question.
It is an inevitable question.
I tried to wait until you were going to ask it, but it kind of came up. So.
Oh, we'll skip that question then.
I also watch a lot of I don't know if you know It Me JP with the roleplay channel.
Okay.
It's similar to what you do with Tabletop and Chill.
Oh.
I watch them a lot too.
That bastard. That's one more person I gotta compete with.
They're one of the first people I saw doing it. That's actually who Adam Coble is. He's one of the DMs for that channel.
Ah, that bastard. So
that's okay. I'm sure you guys are probably pretty good at it too.
He might be. I'm not. I make up my own rules.
Oh, don't most good DMs?
Yep. I hope so.
I don't know anybody who's a long-term DM that plays 100% by the book rules.
Screw the book.
The book's a suggestion.
The book says nothing about chance rolls. I don't feel like making a decision. Roll a dice.
Besides, what's the first rule in almost every RPG book? The GM can change any rule they want.
Actually, in Vampire, it goes over the live action roleplay part of it first.
Oh, of course.
Which is no touching.
Vampire is one of the biggest LARP games there is.
Oh, of course it is. Bunch of people going around sucking on each other's necks. Great.
Sign me up.
Me too. Dibs! Dibs! I'm doing that. Hold still, Sally. Your ass is getting bit. So why
You're now Generation 13, Vamp.
Yeah, damn right. You, by the way, you suck at life. And I'm a horrible, horrible sire. So go figure out shit on your own. By the way, the sun's coming up. Goodbye.
So you have played Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines then?
No.
Sounds like it.
Just the book. I told you, I played like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
So why did you start YouTube?
Pretty much what I was saying. Like, I was watching Markiplier and Jesse Cox and them and just thinking, that looks like it'd be quite a lot of fun, you know? I want to try doing that.
So was it hard to start YouTube? You nervous or?
I would say it was hard in the sense of like a little bit of stage fright at the beginning. Like first time you're recording yourself for an audience, it's a bit awkward at the beginning, but you get used to that. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, just use the advice. Picture them all in their underwear.
But I don't know what they look like.
Just a bunch of blank faces with underwear.
Oh, there you go. Some pieces of advice translate over to other mediums, right?
I hope. I've been taking really bad advice all year. So, is there any advice you can give new people that's starting YouTube?
Well, I mean, if they're wanting to do a Let's Play sort of thing like what I'm doing, probably the biggest piece of advice would be to like stick to games that you enjoy. Like, don't play games specifically just because other people want to see those games, or like, oh, play this game, it's terrible, you'll suffer so much, we'll enjoy your pain.
Yeah.
Just to try to fake it, I guess.
That's why I don't play horror games. I hate them damn things.
And don't try to act like other people. Like, don't look at like, oh, look, PewDiePie's popular, let's do what he does. Like, just be your own personality, because people are probably going to be able to tell if you're faking it, right?
They don't realize that PewDiePie was like the first YouTuber. Of course he's going to be popular. He's been at it since the day YouTube started.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he's a spaz.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have that kind of energy. I'm an old man. So I'm more of a laid back, relaxed kind of
I don't have that
channel,
energy, and I'm 27.
Like you, I have this feeling that you and I are on a pretty similar energy level here, so I know what you're talking about.
I don't go around screaming in videos, so I don't think you do either. So yeah, we're probably on the right level.
Yeah, exactly. So I generally stick to playing games that I enjoy playing, because that's the point of the channel, is to have fun with these games with me, right?
Yeah.
Not just I'm going to suffer through beating this game just for the sake of completing it because I try to do that. I've had 2 or 3 games actually on the channel that I started playing and just quit because I hated them.
Oh yeah, you get those.
But that's for a vast minority of things. Most of the stuff I either know like I said, I've either played it before, so I know I like it, or maybe I'm playing it for the first time, but I've got a lot of confidence that I'll like it. Like Dark Souls 3. I mean, there was no after playing Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, there was no real question that I was gonna enjoy Dark Souls 3. So I could just go for that, or maybe I've seen a video of somebody else playing it, so I've got an idea of what it's gonna be like.
Well,
So I'm confident that I'm gonna like it.
here's a new question I don't have anybody else asked.
Uh-oh.
All right. If your significant other wanted to load into and do videos on your channel, would you let them?
Well, join me in my videos or do their own videos and upload them to my channel, you mean?
Yeah, do the second part.
I would probably suggest that they might want to get their own channel in general, but like for the first few, yeah.
Well, they don't want to do it all the time.
If they just want to do like one a month or something, then yeah, sure. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Good. When they do it, put them on a horror game because it's great to sit there and watch them scream.
Well, I'll get back to you as soon as I get a significant other and that becomes a question. Right now, it's a hypothetical.
It's a hypothetical.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that, or having them join in and do commentary or co-op along with stuff I'm already doing. You know, whatever way around.
It gets fun. So, is there anybody that you would like me to try to interview?
That's a good question. The first couple of people popped to mind are people that Desperado also knows, so I don't know if he suggested anybody else to you yet.
I think he only suggested you.
Okay.
That bastard. He's holding out on me.
No, see, he was just thinking ahead. He wanted to keep the chain going by letting me do the next one. So if we're talking about like people I know already, then I would recommend Ursa Gaming.
Okay.
He's got a good channel going on. He mostly streams, but he streams to YouTube mostly.
I would love to be able to do that again.
He's a guy that we've done some stuff with.
Have you tried that?
The three of us had done some Vermintide a little while back. That was pretty fun together.
Have you tried that streaming to YouTube?
Ever tried what?
Have you tried streaming to YouTube?
Oh, streaming? No, I haven't. Maybe I will at some point. I don't know.
It's a little
I haven't yet.
Twitch, but it's pretty cool.
I kind of like the idea of streaming, but on the other hand, I don't like the idea of. I guess it's different with YouTube. I know that Twitch doesn't save your streams forever. Like if you stream something one day, it'll be on your channel for a couple of weeks, then it disappears.
I think they changed that.
Did they?
I think
that would be nice.
That would be nice.
Because that was part of what's making me a little bit reluctant to do that. Is because, like, well, if people don't tune in and watch it while I'm doing it, then nobody's going to see it. It's just going to go away.
Yeah, but I mean, you could always stream there and upload to YouTube.
True.
It's a little bit easier to stream to Twitch anyway, but the YouTube one, as soon as they get all like the kinks out of it, it'll be pretty good too.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of being able to have a chat room going while I'm playing or something. That would be interesting.
Oh yeah.
So you can talk to people live while you're playing.
Like, hey,
I think that's the appeal of it. Did I steal your next question again?
No. That's what you got. You get the live chat, then they start being jerks, and you're like, hey, stop that. That's not nice. Jerk bag.
Yeah, like the backseat gaming or.
Oh yeah.
Or the peanut gallery.
Shoot him. You get your own game and you shoot him.
Yeah.
You see how big this guy is? No, thank you.
He was like, no, I don't want to shoot that guy. He's the one who sells me my equipment.
Yeah. You gotta do. Go hug a bear.
That's one thing that's actually always been pretty funny about the Dark Souls series. Just they'll let you kill anybody you want, even if it's the NPCs in the town that are helping you.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I need that lady alive. She gives me my level ups. If I kill her, I can't level up anymore.
Dude, that would suck.
But the game won't stop you from doing it.
It's like Skyrim all over again.
Yeah.
Except for Skyrim, you can't kill. I can hack the shit out of you, though.
Well, Dark Souls is very fond of letting you dig your own grave as much as you'd like.
Oh, God. Well, that game I can't play. Be like, you know what? We're just going to murder everybody.
Yeah, probably not the best way to go about things. Don't worry though, once you're outside of your little home base area, pretty much everybody else is probably going to be like, attacking you first anyway, so
Oh yeah.
feel free to murder spree everybody outside of that one room.
You know what? I always hated this in games. Cause like Bethesda's really good at this, and they're like, "Oh, you can go through this whole game and not have to steal anything, but we're gonna give you the option to do it." And then
They love to
you get
they
into
love to
game.
tempt you.
Yeah, you get into game and you're like, all right, this round I am not stealing nothing through the whole playthrough. And the first thing you do is like, oh wow, okay, well I could take this, but no. And then like down the road you're like, oh screw it, I'm taking it.
I heard New Vegas had some interesting glitches to help you get away with that
I'm sure it did. That's another
because it
one.
was all based on line of sight,
Oh yeah,
like whether or not you get busted stealing.
oh yeah,
But you know how you could manipulate items so that you're moving them around the room but not actually taking them into your inventory?
yeah.
That does not upset the NPC.
Oh yeah, there you go. You just take it
So,
outside
yeah, like some people would go to the store, they'd like bring in a bucket, and then they'd like take all the grenades that are on the shelves and put them in the bucket,
and then walk
and then
out.
carry the bucket outside, and then take the grenades while they're like behind the building.
That's awesome.
Or another way you could do it was to take like a big wicker basket or something and put it over top of the shopkeeper's head so he can't see you anymore.
That was Skyrim that did that.
Yeah, but you can still do it in Fallout as well.
Oh, could you? Yeah,
It's the same principle.
same principle. Yeah. I always, oh god, it's like, come on, seriously. There's got to be a point where they pull the basket off their damn head.
I actually have to give Bethesda a lot of credit for. Actually, I guess New Vegas wasn't Bethesda, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Or was it?
I don't
One
remember.
of them was a different company.
They
Anyway,
might have been Fallout New Vegas then.
whichever one New Vegas was. A few years ago, I was on a trip to Vegas with the family, so I decided we'll go around and do the New Vegas tour and take photos of all the places that are in New Vegas and see what the real world equivalents look like.
And then compare it. Wow.
And one of them, like they did a really good job on they did their homework. A lot of it was very accurate. But one of them, the very place you start New Vegas in, that little town of Good Springs,
Uh-huh.
that is a real place.
Okay.
And it looks exactly like that, minus obviously the post-apocalyptic part. But like, the town layout is 99% exact.
Nice.
It was actually kind of spooky.
That would be creepy. Like, hey,
Like even the like little saloon right next to a general store, and then down the road a bit there's a little gas station and a little school. The way the houses were laid out, it's practically identical.
Nice.
It was amazing.
That would be creepy. Be like, hey, I killed a radroach here. Hey, there's a guy over there that's gonna come out and shoot me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh wait.
And then Prim was quite a lot like the one in the game as well. But of course, they had to change the name of the casino.
Oh yeah, of course.
So in the game, I believe it's called Bison Steve's, and it's got like the roller coaster around the roof and stuff. The real one has the roller coaster, but it's called Buffalo Bills.
Oh, of course. All right, so I guess we can go ahead and move on to the random questions, since how we're just talking.
All right, roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
Random question. Go.
Well, I've got 800, so pick a number, and if it's personal, I'll just not ask it.
All right. 3.
3. Oh, really? All back up? Okay, that one's personal.
I lost my D800.
I only have a D100.
Actually, wait a second. There's a website that you can use to roll dice.
Oh man,
Let's nerd this up properly, shall we?
that's been nerdgasms.
Okay, let's see.
Of course, you can go to random or
Roll 1D800.
Jesus.
476.
476. 476. Are you tired of answering questions yet?
No. Next.
Next.
501.
Oh, good. Thank God I got a search. What's your favorite party game?
I don't actually play a lot of those, but
Twister. I don't know.
I guess it depends on what version of party game we're talking about, like traditional or electronic. I used to play some Mario Party, but I got a little bit tired of the everything is random and nothing you do really matters aspect of the game.
It's like, hey, that's
The way it
nice.
gives bonuses to people who are behind, and it's just like,
Oh, don't
yeah.
reward them for sucking.
Plus, I'm not a big fan of mini games in games, and that's really all Mario Party is anyway.
A
To be
mini
honest,
game, yeah.
it's like a board game where you play 50 different mini games.
Damn it!
Uh,
So many mini games in a mini game. Eventually, it's gonna be mini game section.
I usually hate mini games or like, quick time events that just are way
Annoy
too
you.
picky and just don't make sense. Just why can't you just give me a cutscene and rather than make me do a quick time event out of it? You know?
Yeah, I guess I can follow that. Next roll.
All right. 623.
What's your favorite musical instrument beginning with the letter H?
Wow.
Gotta get all specific
Harp's the
here.
only thing that comes to mind. Harp or harpsichord. I don't know. Let's go with harp. Sure, why not?
Jesus Christ, there's a fly the size of my dog in my house.
Wow.
I know, right?
You must have a lot of garbage lying around.
Hey, just my dogs. You guys got cicadas up there? I don't know if they're really bad for you guys.
Well, not in Ottawa. I don't know. They probably exist in the country in general, but
Yeah, I was just
I don't think I've seen any
we got our 14-year
not a
cicada thing going on, so there's like bugs everywhere.
gigantic swarm of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like Jesus Christ.
Time for the next batch to be born.
Well, it's one thing when you're just standing there and all of a sudden you're like eating a cicada. Go away, bug.
I know you should at least cook it properly first.
At
I mean,
least.
that's unsanitary.
Exactly. Well, maybe. My ancestors did it. Why they?
Gotta get that thing to at least 78 degrees
It's-
Celsius.
Oh yeah, Celsius. I was like, wait, what? No, that doesn't sound right. Okay, next one.
Okay. 729. Just keeps going up.
Have you ever performed in front of a large audience?
No, not really. I mean, outside of
YouTube?
school plays when you're a kid, but that's not really a large audience.
Not really. That's all your family members.
No, my channel's not big enough to have a large audience yet. Boo-hoo.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah, eventually.
And do confidence. Next.
It is, subscriber count is going up steadily, if slowly, so.
Always. It's going in the right direction.
Okay, there we go. 552.
Huh? I guess I'll ask that. I don't, if you don't want to answer it, you don't have to. It says, what's the greatest thing about your nationality?
Oh, I don't know. Our humbleness, I guess. We're not like running around chest thumping like America. I'm
Chest.
Canadian, if anybody doesn't know, by the way.
I don't chest thump. I sit on my ass in my computer chair.
Well, see, you're just a displaced Canadian at heart, then, really.
Really? Because everybody keeps telling me I'm Jewish.
You can be both.
I don't want to be either. No,
Actually,
no offense to either one.
You know, that's one thing I actually found a little bit odd is being Jewish is the only thing in the world I know that is both a nationality and a religion at the same time.
Well, they want me to be Hebrew. And I'm just like, no, thank you.
I just find that strange that the same word is used to refer to
Oh, yeah.
both people of Israeli descent and a religion.
Oh, yeah.
Because even with other ones, like Muslims are almost always Middle Eastern Arabic people, but it's not the same word for both, right?
I don't think so.
So
Then you
it's
get,
just one of those strange things.
then you got the extremely pissed off Middle Eastern people.
Yeah. So I don't know if you watch Game Grumps much, but you've got a fellow laid back, nice Jewish guy on that show for you as well.
There you go. All right, next roll.
Oh, hold on. 90.
You dropped the dice.
The what?
Since you dropped the dice. Hey, I don't want
Apparently.
not 190. Damn it. 90.
I mean, whichever question's better. I don't know.
Would you like to be a big celebrity?
Not in the traditional sense. Like I'd like to have
So
a nice
basically,
sizable. I'd like to have a nice sizable audience that there's always people to talk to about stuff and enjoy stuff with. But
but
I
you
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
be
be that
like,
famous person that's got the paparazzi and, take a picture of you dribble milk down your thing, making fun of you.
yeah, like I'd like to get to like
Just
Jesse Cox or Markiplier level, but I don't want to be like
PewDiePie level.
uh, not even PewDiePie. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess, but I was thinking more like other styles of celebrities. Like I don't want to be like Johnny Depp or like Tom Cruise or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's way more celebrity than I'm interested in.
I would think I would like to do a movie and be famous in the movie, but never, ever, 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 ever display my name on that screen. I don't. You could display it as
Stage name, yeah.
display it as NPCKiller. That way, people would be like, "Oh, you're NPCKiller." No, dude, I'm not that. I don't know what you're talking about. Go away. I appreciate your humbleness, but go away. I live in that little poor shack over there. Yeah, don't mind the mansion behind it. That's the real NPCKiller's house.
Yeah, seriously. That sort of thing can change with some people, though. Like I know one YouTuber who was for the longest time insisted he would never show his face on camera ever because he wanted his persona and his real life to be separate things. And but now that's all over. Now
Yeah.
his face is on camera all the time. So
Is
I don't know
your
if you've ever heard of Armored Skeptic.
is your persona different than your real life?
No, my personality when I'm playing my games is just me, you know.
So
And even my avatar is based on me.
just you sound
Well,
so
basically, I
like
found
not enthused about that. It's just me.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like it's a faked version of me. It's just based on. I actually wanted to get an avatar made for like forums or whatever else, just to have a picture. So there was this guy advertising that he would draw people like send me 2 pictures of yourself for $5 and I'll draw you as a comic book character, right?
Mhm.
So I basically had that done. So that avatar image you see of me on my channel is just based on photos of me that he decided to go ahead and draw.
See, and they
He
say
took
that,
a little artistic license with it, but I'd say it's 80% accurate.
yeah, well, yeah. Okay, fly. I would stab you right now, but you're on my flat screen TV. That's risky. Okay, next question.
Okay.
My ADD kicks in.
245.
245. What's your favorite supermarket chain? These are really horrible questions.
Probably going to be answers that you've never heard of because
Canadian?
if you're not in Canada, but
Yeah.
we've got a major chain here in Canada called Loblaws, which is probably the biggest chain we've got, and or at least in Ontario. I don't think I've seen very many of them in other provinces, so it might be just relatively local. But they usually have a lot of pretty good stuff, but they tend to be a little bit overpriced because they're like the big guys in town.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, we got everything. We might as well check out the price.
Yeah, but then there's this one sort of almost splinter off one that started up called Independent Grocer, which is like there's a series of them, but they're all owned by independently by different people,
Oh yeah.
and each person will run theirs a little bit differently. So you'll go into each one of them, and they might have slightly different selections, but they're sort of splintered off from Loblaws. It's almost like they're little children of Loblaws that are each doing their own little things slightly differently, but still have connections to Daddy.
Yeah.
So it's almost like
They've got
there's
daddy
slight
issues.
variations on the same store. It's weird.
My store has daddy issues.
But one thing that's cool about them is or about Loblaws in general, is they have, rather than just doing like their own no-name product, like a lot of stores will do, like here's my cheap no brand name product that I'm going to sell in my store. They decided to go with a high quality one. So they've got this product line called President's Choice, which refers to the company's president because we don't have a national president.
Yeah.
We have prime minister, but it's a Loblaws wide. Like you can only get it at Loblaws or Independent Grocer, but they make a lot of really high quality food, like really good sauces and that kind of thing. Like you can get like bottled barbecue sauce or curry sauce or whatever else kind of sauce. Make really good stuff.
Next question.
Yes.
That's a probably.
425. We're gonna just rearrange those numbers.
Oh, okay. Oh, dead mouse, dead mouse. 425. This will probably be the last one.
All right.
Have you ever milked a cow?
Have I ever done what?
Have you ever hand milked a cow?
Oh, no, I've never even been within line of sight of a live cow up close and personal.
You gotta say live because
Oh.
the pictures don't count.
Well, actually, I was thinking of like seeing them from a car while you're driving down the highway.
Yeah.
That's live, but it's not really
There.
up close and personal or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
They like remote control cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, my uncle had a cow farm. And yet, I have still yet to milk a cow.
Do they like follow the cars around or something?
You know the nitro cars, the ones that run off fuel?
Mhm.
I had one of those, so they're relatively loud. And he had tons of acres. I didn't see a cow for line of sight, but, you know, hills, whatnot. All of a sudden, I had my back turned, and I turned around to run it into the pasture. And I almost hit a horde of cows that was all staring at me. So I drove it up and drove it along the outside of the fence, and they followed the thing, and then they started humping, and then it was all got weird. It got weird from there. I had to go home.
Well, other than the awkward part, it reminds me of something that happened to me as a kid where I used to live in this house across the street from just an open field.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, we're trying to get our pet cat to come in for the night. But she's still out there and we don't know where she is. She's out playing in the field somewhere. So I'm like, okay. I think I was like 10 at the time or something. But it's like, I know how I can go and get the cat back in. So I get this like big length of string. And I just walk around the field dragging this length of string behind me because you know how cats love to attack string.
Oh, yeah.
Not only did it work, but when I came back out of that field, I had 8 cats following me.
Whoops.
Like all the neighborhood's cats were after this string.
Okay.
One of them was ours.
I say, you 7 cats have got to go home.
Yeah.
I'm not feeding all of you.
So that was pretty funny to see. That worked way too well.
It's a clever idea. I wouldn't
I
say.
try to every now and then.
I don't say it would backfired, but it definitely had a result that you wasn't expecting.
Yeah, it was pretty fun though. It was amusing.
Especially when you're like 10.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure your parents were happy. Like, really?
They were amused by it too. I mean, though I didn't
Didn't
bring them all the way to
yeah.
the house or anything, but they saw it from across the road.
Okay, well, I do want to thank you for coming out today. And everybody, don't forget to go over to his channel. I'll leave a link in the description. Go over and leave some love and comments on all of his stuff. And make sure you subscribe. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to his channel and mine. And as always, guys, take it easy.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, no problem.